Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, class. How are you today? Oh, I found time you. Okay. Before we start our meeting today, we can reciting Surah Al-Fatihah together. Al-Fatihah. Okay. The first activity, I will check your attendance list today. Anybody absent today? No? Okay, good. Okay. Today we will discuss about descriptive text. Do you know what is the descriptive text before? No? Okay. I will explain. Descriptive text is the text that describing a place, a human, animal. For example, describing animal, describing and for example, for describing human is describing your mother, describing your father, describing your friend, and etc. The third is describing a place. For example, Borobudur Temple. It is describing place. Okay. Next, we can know what is the goal of descriptive text. The goal of descriptive text is to describe something. Something can animal, human, place, and etc. Or inanimate object. Okay. Next, we can know what is the language feature of descriptive text. First, using simple present tense. The formula of simple present tense is subject, verb 1 plus object. I will make an example of simple present tense. The color of my bedroom is blue. That is simple present tense. Cows has subject plus verb 1 and object. If the text using simple past tense, it is not descriptive text, but it is recount text. Okay. Next, the language feature is use many adjectives. For example, big, small, beautiful, and etc. For example, if you want to describe an animal, you will use, for example, there are once upon a time there are animals with a big, a small body. It is small. Small is adjective. Okay, next. The third language feature or the last language feature is using relating verb. For example, it, seem, appear, and etc. Okay, the next is generic structure. Generic structure of descriptive text. The first paragraph is identification. Identification is contained to introduce the reader about what is you want to describe. For example, you want to describe ant. The first paragraph contains once upon a time there are any animal, a small animal that is ant. It is introduce the character you want to describe. Okay. The second language feature is the second generic structure is description. Description is explained more detail from the first paragraph or more detail from identification. So identification is just introduce the figures, description is more detailed for identification. Next. Okay, I have one example of description about place. The title is Jember Regency. Okay, I will read the text by my laptop, and you can read by the paper. Okay, stay tuned. Jember Regency. Jember is a regency in East Java. It is located in between Bondowoso and Banyuwangi. Banyuwangi is a regency that is located at the easternmost end of Java Island. Before Bali Strait, so that we can know that Jember is near enough from Bali Island. Second paragraph, it is contained description. Jember is a beautiful place. The sentence beautiful place, it is adjectives. In Jember, there are a lot of interesting places to visit, such as Papuma Beach, Watu Ulo Beach, Watu Ondo, Pansat Beach, Rembangan, and so on. Jember also has a famous carnival named Jember Fashion Carnival. It is an international annual fashion carnival which usually held in August. Besides some beautiful places and a famous carnival, Jember also has a unique culture. Okay? We will analyze the language feature and generic structure. First, language feature of descriptive text. The title Jember Regency is using simple present tense. In the sentence, Jember Regency is a regency in East Java. It is simple present tense because any subject, verb one, and object. And the second language feature is using adjective. In the text, using adjective in word beautiful, regency. And in near, beautiful, interesting, and unique. The last language feature is using relating verb, using it and has in the text. Next, generic structure. Generic structure, the text has a title Jember Regency is paragraph 1 contain identification. Cause paragraph 1 explain about what is Jember Regency, introduce Jember Regency. So it is identification. And the second paragraph, it contains description. Cause explain more detail than identification. For example, Jember Regency has an annual international fashion exhibition. Jember Regency has a cultural acculturation called Pedangnya. That is description. Cause more detail for identification. Okay, next. Next, cause time is enough. I will give you a task to make a descriptive text about your mother or your father. Make descriptive text about your mother or your father, and then take your task next week. Read in front of your friend next week. Okay, don't forget next week you must have the task description about your mother or your father and analyze language feature, generic structure, and read the task in front of your friend. Okay, enough? We can close our meeting today by reciting Hamdalah together. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.